Hey guys, I'm back, and today in this video I'm going to be talking about green star polyps. So I know in the past, I think it was yesterday or the day before, I did a video on zoas. I did a care guide on zoanthids. I was just thinking this week I might just do a few 2 or 3 videos on like a care guide. So it's probably just going to be coral. I'll probably do another one after this tomorrow or the next day, and then on Friday, which is in about I don't really know what day it is today, but about 4 days time, I'll do an update because I do have a new coral in the tank which I'd like to show off. I don't have it on footage, I kind of kept it out of it, so you'll see that the next few days. So let's get right into it. So green star polyps, I'm going to start off with the basics. Easy to keep, it's a soft coral. 95% of soft corals are easy to keep. So yeah, it is soft, so that means it's got soft skeleton, it's got the whole skeleton and like the skin of it is all soft. And a thing you want to look out for is it's very, very fast growing. So if you got it, I wouldn't recommend putting this on your rock, because it will grow like crazy and it's really, really hard to get off a rock because it's a bumpy surface. So I've got mine on the back wall, so if I ever want to chop it down, then I can just get a little blade and just scrape it off, because it's a flat surface, it's easy to get off. So just be careful with that. But you can put it on a rock, but I'd put it on like an island rock, just a small rock on its own. It can look good. There's multiple types of green star polyps. Wait, you got the green star polyps, that's the species, and then but there's different types. So like some are longer tentacled than others, some are different shades of green. I like my one. I picked this one out I think this was the first coral I've ever got in the tank. I was really chuffed with it. The colours were really nice. It was nice when I got it because it was under like Radion, so a lot nicer blues. But I've got standard stock light with this fluval tank. So the blues, it's not customizable. It's just fixed blues. But yeah, it does look alright. I am using the camera filter lens to make the colours pop a little bit more. So yeah, it is a soft coral, so that means highlighting isn't needed. So stock light with this tank is growing it pretty nice. You don't really want to have it in highlight anyway, because it does grow like a weed anyway, kind of the same as pulse coral. Won't need to worry about lighting. Like if you might be worrying, I don't know if my light's powerful enough. It can handle literally any light, it's really not that bothered. I recommend, so flow wise, my flow is probably medium, it's probably getting moderate flow. I do recommend medium to high flow. Try and keep it up that high flow range, because I do find that they do better in higher flow. I don't know why that is. They just and they look really cool when they're swaying as well. Clownfish can host, clownfish can host anything, but I've seen my clownfish kind of take a little bit of interest. They did take a little bit of interest a few weeks ago, but they kind of a few months ago I meant, but they kind of just went off it, I guess. But yeah, just trying. I don't think they will do very well at all in zero flow. If you don't see any of the polyps moving at all, then I do recommend moving it to a higher flow area of the tank, or just upgrading your flow. So this is a shot of one in my dad's tank. He's got a GSP, it's slightly different to mine, it's just a bigger kind. You can feed these corals reefroids, they do grow and their colour will improve when you feed them reefroids. That's what I find. Every 2-3 days, doesn't really matter, as long as you don't have to feed them, it's just a little bonus if you want that extra growth and colour. They're not very rare at all. They're not like a rare coral, like something like an acropora. Something is a little bit more up there, but it's cheap as chips really, 5-10 quid a frag. But something like this is I think this was like 30 quid. It's because it's a large colony. When you buy these corals, you'll find that in the first 2 or 3 months, probably you won't see any growth, because to be honest, mine took about 5 months to actually start growing. So they can take quite a while to start growing. So I do really recommend buying these corals in colonies if you wanted to get the coral really starting. but I did buy mine as frag, so it did take about 4 or 5 months to kick off, but keep this in mind, when it starts, it goes. In my experience with them, they are pretty sensitive. Well, a lot of corals are sensitive to this. Usually the SPS kind of corals are more sensitive to this, but alkalinity changes, so water changes, I do 50% a week, so it does boost them up by like 3 or 4, but I'm not really too sure. But I know my alkalinity is perfect, right where it should be. Just be wary that your alkalinity isn't swinging when you do water changes, that it isn't swinging from a really big area, I guess, because they will shoot in for the next few days, so just be wary of that as well. So I think that'll do it for this video. Hope you enjoyed, hope you learned something new, and you'll catch me in the next KLI video. I don't know what coral I'm going to do that on, but yeah, you'll find out. Bye.